Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Vanderbilt's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys.
Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Stanford's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing, and it was
going for a big play right off the bat. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. They believe they can run right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On the option, he'll toss it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Quarterback will keep it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After run, now throw. Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game man.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Just keeps moving. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Fowler. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got a chance. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to the tailback. Finding an escape route. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Commodores come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to sneak it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Give to the back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Grabbed in the middle, it's high.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft.
He's going for the big play. Picked off. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
It's complete to the left. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down.
Brings up second down.
Gives it on the option. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. And that one's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Going deep. Got it. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Grabbed behind the line, it's Starling. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Goes to the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
That's reeled in. It's Starling. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for second down. The play action fake. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Stanford! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but I'm not sure Bevo's feeling like this one's in the clear. This has been a nip-and-tuck affair all game. They're up by 7 over Michigan.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Commodores decide to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Peterson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake on first down. He makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Give to the running back. Find some fresh air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. Hard running there.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Working that left side now. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford comes up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. That one never had a chance, incomplete. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Hall. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Commodores will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Peterson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. With the catch, it's Farrell. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice move to keep running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Peterson. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Starling.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Pulls it in, it's Brown. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Commodores, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to pound it in. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This defense has forced a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been... Sneak gets it done.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll do it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Spins away from the defense. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barnett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help them.
Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
48, Vanderbilt, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.